We don't determine music. The music determines us. We only follow it to the end of our life. Then it goes on without us. It begs to be born and wants to go on its own way. We just make it up and then we let it out. Music speaks for itself and needs no explanation or justification. Either it is alive or it is not. It begs to be born and wants to go its own way. We just make it up and then we let it out. It goes on without us to the end of our life. We only follow it. The music determines us. We don't determine music. Music speaks for itself. It needs no explanation or justification. Either it is alive or it is not. It begs to be born. It wants to go its own way. We just make it up and then we let it out.
Bonsoir, Adishatz. Good evening. The piece we just played was a riff of Saxovision from Steve Lacy, to whom we are dedicating this performance tonight. He's kind of the one who brings us here together, so we want to send it out to him. He was born in July 23rd of 1934 and died in June 4th of 2004. This is Joe Giardullo playing the saxophone, and this is Pierre Joris playing words, and this is me playing soup, Nicole Peyrafitte. Our soup tonight is an inner state soup. An inner state soup to travel farther inside the appearances of a state, the condition of a journey with awareness and consciousness to circumstances, daily stations, organic positions, essential migration, inside and closer the daily trek. My daily trek. This is the Verrazano Bridge. I live very close by, and I go there every day I can, take that walk. And part of the ingredients that will be in that inner state soup will be coming from my migration in between Brooklyn Bay Ridge, where I am now, and either from upstate New York, where I am right now. One of the discovery that I've made in Bay Ridge is Turkish food. I didn't know Turkish food very well, and more specifically, a sausage called sucuk. It's a beef sausage, and I brought it for you. It's a beef sausage. It's a halal sausage. My friends who make the sausage, Aunt Alime and her husband Dogan, that's where I bought it. He makes it, and you can actually see the sausages hanging there. Same thing. The sucuk, which is the sausage that you have to cook. This sausage has a very particular flavor, and it has cumin, sumac, garlic, lots of garlic, salt. It's not very spicy, a little bit, some red pepper, and has a very high fat content, so you know. But, but no more than salami. I'm just saying that to scare you. I have to be honest with you, this is a total improvisation, the same way what happened in the soup is the same thing that happens with us tonight. And you can come and smell. Doesn't it smell good? And the other thing I'm going to use is kofte spice. I don't think this is very spicy, so I'm just going to put like this, and you can add some later. So this is kofte spice. Kofte are meatballs, usually lamb, and they have this spice in, and they made in a sauce. I'm going to go on with my soup while we go into the next piece, which is also food related. Pierre has a passion in life. He loves to go to lunch by himself, especially in Paris. And he always eats the same thing when he arrives in Paris, and he's going to tell you what it is.
Tête de veau. Lunch at La Grille, 1:30 p.m. A calf's head, sauce gribiche. Pour it on, a childhood pleasure. The creamy white brain, a nano haut le cœur. Heart rises to brain to speak its mind. At the circumvolutions, check dictionary. Month of French overlay English, instability of vocabulary, shimmy back and forth. Love your false friends. The words migrate in all seasons, as word for all reasons. Spice up your vagrant vocables. Scheinheiliger. Where does that German word come from now, here at La Grille? The grill, the lattice work, whispered through the monkish grate, a bag of mind by childhood prompter, or Celan's speech grill. Eisheiliger, Eisbein, Eiswein. Or is it the quarter, le quart de Puy-Puissé speaking? Scheinheilig, Sheen holy, The brain equals a childhood taste. On toast with black butter and capers, fork mashed, Mother's Treat. Or medical school shiver, the shiv cutting into soft tissue, an organ ogre held in, fitting, filling both hands, shaky pudding. Thumbs on foramina. Sulcus is the word, sulcus terminalis. A furrow twice explored. Slight shiver helps knife, as if it needed it. Slice through non-resistant tissue. Careful, careless share. To eat everything. A pig well used is 450 servings, snout to tail. A pig is haram in Beirut and Darfur. What do you eat? I am ashamed as I shiver through the brain, the one on the plate or the one in its case, the skull, a shiv, romantic twitch in an imagined Zigeuner underground, the blubbery cheek, black skin. Miles called it green on the Pantad's armpit, refused to eat. A shudder, bigger, more intractable than my shiver. Shudder of the unknown as against shiver of history, personal repetition, easily overcome by mouth pleasure. Tongue in slow-mo, crushes soft slice against top of mouth. Palate, palace, roof of this lunchtime world.
Well, let me show you a little bit what we're doing with the soup here. We have Italian kale. Now we're actually gonna go to Chinatown, go to the Dragonland Bakery. It's in Chinatown, just off Canal. Is clear water good water? Is clear water good water? Is clear water good water? I don't wanna fish. I don't wanna fish cast out evil. Is clear water good water? I don't wanna fish cast out evil. Stingray, stingray, stingray. No messages, no messages in my mooncake. Roast pork, roast pork, roast pork. Sweet taro paste, sweet taro paste. All red bean cake buns. Roast pork, sweet taro paste. All red bean cake buns. Brings health, brings health, brings health. Fresh water, fresh water. Oh, mouth brooder brings health. Fresh water. Oh, mouth brooder. Mother brooder, mother brooder, mother brooder. Jade Rabbit stole the cake and Jade Rabbit stole the cake and brought it. Jade Rabbit stole the cake and brought it at the Dragonland Bakery. At the Dragonland Bakery. Jade Rabbit stole the cake and brought it at the Dragonland Bakery. Mother brooder, mother brooder, mother brooder. Oh, mouth brooder, oh, mouth brooder. Fresh water. Mother brooder, oh, mouth brooder. Fresh water brings health, brings health, brings health. Oh, red bean cake bun. Oh, red bean cake bun. Sweet taro. cast out evil. I don't wanna cast out evil stingray. No messages in my mooncake. Roast pork, sweet taro paste, a red bean cake bun. Our next piece
is a poem that I dedicate to Diane and Jerry Rothenberg, fellow poets and eaters. Nicole Peyrafitte and Pierre Joris, each in their own way, tell of how rabbit and hare was and is best dealt with, both here in the New World and back there in the Old. Our rabbit left this tentative scratchings in the top margin. Who knows what the irregular plural of the points to? Could be the propagational speeds the creature is known for, could be its many incarnational variations in Darwinian space. It runs at continental drift, its strong zigzag back legs, jumping off points for tales of old. O Pulque, Aztec moon god, O Coney Island of our bellies, O you, the meat of whose fully developed fetus was classified like eggs as no meat by the church in the Middle Ages, thus letting monks eat you on fasting days. Oh, but what did this rabbit leave? Or why not right there and then gnawing itself through the top margin and thus out of the picture of the menu? Though we will not eat you that way, always already à la carte. Whichever one is dealt you, the eater or the eaten, an N for an R, a hen for a hare in Nicole's Pyrenean aspiration. In this, our Darwinian alphabet soup, I eat, you are eaten, my bunny, my rabbit, my mother used to call me Hirschen, little hare. That was in Europe, where at least one discrimination has survived to confusions. A rabbit is not a hare, and vice versa. And on our nursery walls, Dura's hare stared into space till the fox caught up, and the two real pet rabbits I left to starve to death in teenage forgetfulness, a karmic flaw bound to come back and haunt me in the form of my next incarnation, a wild hare darting through woods till 100 hard huffing pellets of birchheart spin its 7 salto mortales. Oh, little zigzag god of the impossible flight, oh, little god of zigzag handwriting, like those tall hieratic Egyptian zoomorphs You too will be prepared for the long trip. You will hang for 2 days in a cool room in your coat, a bardo thirdal of slow intestinal decomposition. My mouth already waters. Grandfather always said, use only the very best bottle of Burgundy. At least 3 nights you will lie in it. O soused hair of my zigzag mind, with your head left on, they now call you Huizent Civi, and ceremoniously count 3 shallots, 1 carrot, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 parsley root, 1 sage leaf, some thyme, laurel, good olive oil, black pepper, 3 or 4 cloves, some tarragon, into this marinade, this brine of the rest of your life for our delight. You will rest all night in the fridge next to the cup holds your blood mixed with vinegar. Oh, zigzag Jesus hair, you who are the worst uphill racer in zoomorphdom and should have known better. Every few hours I turn your limbs in the fragrant herbal wine, and will try to forget my little zigzag self in brine, Manhessian, for 3 days in the morgue of our appetites. Now bacon browns in a cast iron pot. In go your cold and soaked limbs, brown well, a glass of Armagnac at hand, a swig for the cook, a match for you, little brother. Oh, what a zigzag roller coaster, this Stygian journey flambéed. You'll be calmed with a rain of flour, then moistened again with brine. Added poco a poco. Some cover you now with a slice of white bread, meant, they say, to keep the sauce from coagulating. 90 minutes on a low fire, and you're done. Your limbs come to rest on a white platter. Your blood and chopped raw liver now blended with fresh cream. Add some of the sauce, another glass of Armagnac. Now the rest of the sieved sauce. Carefully stir it all together and off the fire, and the pieces added. The zigzag legs, the sexy saddles that were then and there my grandfather long ago called back by the rabbit gods. We now live where they don't tell hares from rabbits, but our appetites are not diminished. We will eat 2 rabbits for 1 hare. This is zigzag America after all. It has old, it has new things. It has the bitter, it has the rich. And here now, read how Brother Rabbit is done in our house. Our rabbit left us, and Nicole did this, which she names after the date of his invention, Conejo 25 de Abril, serves 4.
Cut the rabbit into 5 pieces. If it's bigger, more pieces, but that's the saddle. Sometimes the saddle is meager, so you just do 5 pieces. And make sure you eat the saddle, which the French call la rable. Set them aside. Soak 1 toasted chile pasilla in half a cup of dark Mexican beer, Dos Equis. In a sautéed pan, 2 chopped medium onions until they are golden. Then add 1 cup of chopped sun-dried tomatoes, not rehydrated. Very important. Mix them well with your wooden spoon and keep stirring until onions pick up the color of tomatoes. Now add 8 Kalamata olives, pitted and very roughly chopped. Mix it up and let the ingredients saute for a few minutes. It is now time to add 1 can of tuna fish. Yes, solid, in water. Stir up, remove from the fire. Stir up. Retrieve the soaking chile pasilla, cut stem and drain. Chop into pieces and work in the mortar as a paste incorporating 4 degerm, thus belch-free cloves of garlic. When your paste is smooth, add half of the sautéed onion mixture poco a poco and make it into a paste. Thin the paste with another half a cup of Dos Equis. If you haven't drinking it, open another bottle.
This whole thing could be done in a food processor and would probably take a tenth of the time. The taste, however, seems to be affected by the mechanical procedure. Now comes my favorite part. In a Dutch oven skillet, heat 3 tablespoons of duck fat. Everybody has duck fat in their kitchen, right? Or, as a good substitute, 3 tablespoons of virgin olive oil. When bien chaud, bien hot, throw in the rabbit and golden it in all the sides. Then flambe with a little tequila. Smell, mix well, smell. Mix well, smell, add the chili texture, mixture, mix well, again, smell again, add the onion mixture, mix well, smell again, another cup of beer or 2. You will be the judge of the consistency and then cook at feu doux, très petit feu. Let's simmer, petit simmer, for at least 2 hours. Check it once a while, smell it all the time. Do not turn the fan of your kitchen on. Let the fumes take over the house. Serve in the cooking pot with a steaming dish of quinoa. This is Conejo 25 de Abril. Really good. Are you getting hungry? Now let's check the soup boils. We're good. So, now we're going to go into a piece that has no food for a change. This is a piece, it's the first poet I met before Pierre, but I didn't meet it for real. It was Henri Michaud, the French poet, but that was really my first encounter with poetry. And I was about 14, and I was really struck by his work, and he was also a painter. And what I'm going to do now is sing one of the poems of Henri Michaud that's called Emportez-moi, with a portrait of Henri Michaud that I have. Emportez-moi dans une caravelle, dans une vieille et douce caravelle, dans l'étrave, ou si l'on veut dans l'écume, emportez-moi au loin, au loin. Dans l'attelage de notre âge, dans le velours trompeur de la neige, dans la laine de quelques chiens réunis, dans la troupe exténuée des feuilles mortes, emportez-moi sans me briser dans les baisers, dans les poitrines qui se soulèvent et respirent sur les tapis des pommes et leurs sourires, dans les corridors et des articulations. Emportez-moi, emportez-moi. Joe Giardullo, and Pierre Joris pressing the slides. The soup is doing well. You know, we're good. The power hasn't gone off. That's what I'm watching, because those machines sometimes make the power go off. I think it's your solo.
This poem has only a little bit of salt in it at a given point, but it takes off from the area where Nicole is from. It actually takes off from the troubadours, from one specific troubadour, Guiraud de Bornel. And it's kind of the story of an ear, or of two ears, and of what is in an ear, i.e. a hymen or a diaphragm, the same kind of thing. And there's a lot of D's. It's like a dee-doo poem where Dante meets Derrida and I go to the dentist.
Mas per me sasire mon chant bau cercan vos mut en fre que sunt vir cargat temple dos estranys naturals mas nos sabuntuis decals.
But to better ground my song, I'm on the lookout for words well in hand, loaded, full of their own yet uncanny sense. But not everyone knows what that is. That's my translation of that Guiraud de Bornel epigraph. Dee-do, dee-dum. No such thing as a simple twist. Dee-da, dee-do. What is it stammers under the lintels of words? A breath of air. Dee-die, dee-dame art amiss. Echoes of hilaritas, common salt added to the rarer gold of Cars rimas, and never said. Thus spoke the shuffled words of course. Rebirth, breath sound of the sun coming in the maiden, the given doors, timpan and hymen, oblique boundaries of sound and hammer-headedness, the asunder written on the made bed of fall, or false ore, gold, aurora, laura, autumn's atom, a breath breaking on the unmade bed through taking summer's hymn, her maiden, had done for, taking it all in to where a newt life beckons. Sap, filling the gaps, my hollow teeth and I, the cranky lion. Lie low, sweet form. Come again, come fill her, fulfill the prostrate prophecy, a prophet apple that won't bite you who are at this late twist returned from rust to lust, a verb to dare winter, thrice strapped to the must, you miss the music, our lion's share, miss the false air, Laura of pestilence, etiological clouds to be seated in a different city. Didoo, didum, no such thing as a simple twist. In the middle of the nude life, winter won over, time now, time enough to choose and leave a language where verb is a noun and I means verge or urge. A verge cannot come to mean.
We're doing good. Really good. We might even eat tonight. A couple of weeks ago was the opening of my friend Dawn Clements. When Dawn was preparing her show, she wanted to have something to do with a Baudelaire poem, La Mort des Amants. So you're going to see her painting, and I'm going to sing the Baudelaire poem, and Pierre will do the translation, and Joe will bind it all together. Nous aurons des lits pleins d'odeurs légères, des divans profonds comme des tombeaux et d'étranges fleurs sur des étagères. Éclose pour nous sous des cieux plus beaux. Usant à l'envie leur chaleur dernière, nos deux cœurs seront de vastes flambeaux qui réfléchiront leur double lumière. Dans nos deux esprits, ces miroirs jumeaux. Un soir fait de roses et de bleu mystique, nous échangerons un éclair unique et un peu plus tard un ange entr'ouvrant les portes viendra ranimer fidèle et joyeux les miroirs ternis et les flammes mortes.
Death of the lovers. We will have beds filled with light scents, sofas as deep as tombs, as profound as tombs, and strange flowers on shelves, blooming for us beneath more beautiful skies, vying with one another to consume their final heat. Our two hearts will be two vast torches which will reflect their double light in our two spirits, those twin mirrors. One evening, of a mystical pink and blue, we will exchange a single flash of lightning, like a long sob charged full with farewells. And later an angel opening the doors will come to revive, faithful and joyous, the tarnished mirrors and the dead flames.
Nous aurons des lits pleins d'odeurs légères, des divans profonds,
Sofas as
comme
deep as
des
tombs,
tombeaux, et d'étranges fleurs,
strange flowers and shells, blooming, booming, beneath more beautiful skies. Double light, two spirits, twin mirrors, two vast torches.
Ta-da! Ta-da! We have one more song.
It's a poem called Altars of Light, and it comes from a book called H.J.R. Hajar, which is a book of exile, a book of leaving.
If the light is the soul,
If the light is the soul,
soul is what's all around me.
then soul is what's all around me.
It is you.
It is around you too. It is you. The darkness is inside me. The opaqueness of organs folded upon organs. To make light in the house of the body. Thus to bring the outside in. The impossible job. The skin, the only place to become. The border, the in-between.
Where dark meets
light, where I meet you. In the house of world, the many darknesses are surrounded by light. cuts both ways. To see the one, we need the other. Light on light is blind. Dark on dark is blind. Light through dark is not. Dark through light is movement. Dark through light becomes, is becoming. To move through light is becoming. Is all we can know.
And we're there.
All right.
Thank you. Allez, bonsoir, bon appétit.